Charles Leclerc just ended the longest drought of his career, and he did it in the weirdest British Grand Prix in years. Kimi Antonelli had the win in his hands and watched it fall apart. The FIA just admitted a software bug embarrassed the entire sport on the final lap, and Formula One put its drivers in Lego cars, and it was absolute carnage. Let's start with the man who finally broke free, Charles Leclerc. Think about this, Leclerc hadn't won a race since Austin back in 2024, a brutal, barren streak for a driver that talented, and 1 week ago in Austria, Ferrari was humiliated, the fourth fastest team, so what does Leclerc do at Silverstone? He launches off the line like a rocket, dives past pole sitter Antonelli into turn 1, and leads the British Grand Prix. And here's what makes it sweeter. This is Ferrari's redemption in real time after the Austria disaster, after those new upgrades, after Toto Wolff's shade about their spending. Ferrari answers on track, Leclerc's 9th career win and his first ever at Silverstone, but, and this is a huge but, the ending was pure chaos. With 4 laps to go, Max Verstappen spun off at Stowe and beached his Red Bull in the gravel. Out came the safety car. And then, the Fiasco. The screens flashed, safety car in this lap. Everyone braced for a 1-lap shootout to the finish. Ferrari even pitted Hamilton for fresh softs, expecting a green flag sprint, and then nothing. The safety car stayed out. The race ended behind it, 175,000 fans at Silverstone booing. Even Leclerc admitted it, he would have wished for a more normal ending. So the mystery hanging over his win. Did Charles Leclerc win this race on pure pace? Or did the weekend's chaos hand it to him? The truth, as always, is somewhere in between, and we'll get to exactly what went wrong at the end because that story deserves its own chapter. Story 2's in its heartbreak because while Leclerc was celebrating, Kimi Antonelli was living a nightmare. Rewind the weekend, Saturday was perfect for the kid. He won his first ever sprint. He grabbed pole for the Grand Prix. 19 years old, championship leader flying. Sunday was supposed to be his crown, and for most of the race, it was on. Yes, Leclerc jumped him at the start, but Antonelli fought back, cleared Hamilton. And after the pit stops, he had 10 laps fresher tires and a Leclerc in his sights. He hunted him down, the gap tumbling, 2 seconds. Closing, the win looked inevitable, and then disaster. Antonelli's voice on the radio, something's broken on the car. An apparent failure on his front left wheel area. He limped, he pitted twice, and tumbled down the order. And to rub salt in the wound, a 5-second penalty for running off track dropped him all the way to 16th, from leading to no points at all. Here's why it stings for the title. Antonelli came into this weekend cruising in front. Now, his championship lead has been slashed to just 25 points over his own teammate, George Russell, who quietly grabbed second. The pressure just cranked up massively. If you're gripped by this title fight, hit that like button. It pushes this to more real F1 fans. Now, the story that everyone's arguing about, Story 3, the ending that has the entire F1 world talking, and this time it's not a driver's fault, it's the system itself. Let me set the scene. Verstappen's in the gravel, safety car out, 2 laps to go. Race control tells the lapped cars to unlap themselves, a standard procedure before a restart. Then the timing screens light up. Safety car in this lap. The message every team, every driver, every fan reads as, "We're going racing on the last lap." Ferrari reacts instantly, hits Hamilton for soft tires to attack, and then it never happens. The safety car cruises around, leads the field across the line, and the race ends under yellow. Silverstone erupts in boos. The first time an F1 race has finished behind the safety car since Italy 2022, so the FIA broke the rules, right? Here's the honest truth, no, and this is where we get it right. The FIA issued a statement. The procedure on track was actually correct. The rule, Article B 5-13-5, says once cars unlap, the safety car must complete 1 more full lap, and with only 1 lap left, a green flag restart was mathematically impossible. What went wrong was the safety car in this lap message itself, displayed by mistake because of a software bug. The rule was followed, the screen lied. But you can't talk about a safety car controversy at a British Grand Prix without one ghost showing up, Abu Dhabi 2021. And Toto Wolff couldn't resist his line. I would have preferred for this to happen in 2021, ice cold. So here's the question for you, bug or not, is it acceptable for a sport this advanced to have its biggest moments decided by a software glitch? Drop your verdict below. Story 4, and thank goodness, because after all that drama, we all need a laugh, the Lego Parade. So before the race, all 22 drivers climbed into fully drivable Lego carts for the Drivers' Parade. 28,000 bricks each, top speed 25 kilometers an hour. What could possibly go wrong? Everything went wrong. The moment the lap started, the racing instinct kicked in. 9 drivers, plus the FIA president himself, tried to cut the first corner to gain an advantage and beach their Lego cars in the gravel. Instantly, marshals running in to dig out Lego carts, drivers climbing out, laughing, pushing each other free. And the moment of the day, Carlos Sainz abandoned his stranded car completely and hitched a ride, clinging to the side of Lando Norris's cart to finish the lap. One clip alone hit over 1 million views, and the ultimate irony, the winner of the Lego race was Fernando Alonso, who qualified dead last for the actual Grand Prix, a rare highlight for Aston Martin's miserable season. So tell me, Lego Drivers' Championship every weekend, yes or no? And who's your pick to win it? Comments go. So let's tie this wild weekend together. Leclerc ends his drought and hands Ferrari a redemption story nobody saw coming. Antonelli watches a certain win and his title cushion evaporate in a puff of smoke. The FIA gets humiliated by its own software on the biggest stage, and the drivers remind us that even in Lego cars, they simply cannot help but race. Joy, heartbreak, controversy, and pure comedy all in one afternoon at Silverstone. This is why we love this sport, and with the title fight tightening, the second half of the season is going to be a war. So buckle up, because the championship just got real. Antonelli's lead is shrinking, Russell's charging, Hamilton's lurking, and Ferrari just found their form at the worst possible time for everyone else. Next stop, Belgium in 2 weeks. If you want every twist as it happens, subscribe to Max Throttle. I've got you covered. The paddock never sleeps, and neither do we. Stay on throttle.